Right, here I have from my mum's a Qualcast, was it 320 watt Strimmer. Which model number is it? What is it? GT 2518. Right, it's at my mum's last night and she asked me to trim stuff for her, and I managed to get this one out the shed, but the switch either works or it doesn't. But it'll work now. But anyway, it was sticking before, so I'm going to take it apart and see what's up with it. I did put some switch cleaner on, which has helped a bit. I thought it'd fix the problem. But it's still doing that thing where it's sticking and not making contact. And at one point when I used it last night, it stayed on. Like it just stuck down completely. So I'll get it apart, see what's going on. Couldn't get the case off then. It's a screw that's under that label there. Okay, let's get it undone, see what's going on. Right, it's quite a basic switch on it. You've got the live going in there, goes to that. Obviously you're breaking it there, and then it goes down to the motor. Neutral's just going straight to that, so it doesn't switch off the neutral as well, just the live. And then you got your suppression capacitor there. Now, when I press this, that seems okay, so I reckon the spring thing's at fault. What I'm going to do is two things. See if I can reseat that a bit better. And I don't think he's not got a lead for that plug, so I'm going to take that out. I'm going to put a different connector on it as well. Right, I'll get that prepped. Right, so I'm going to start by cutting that off there. Is that off? Yep. And remember to take that boot off there. Okay, first thing I've done, I've got the boot on that, the new one. Not got the connector on it yet. So I'm going to strip that wire there. Right, I've now got the connector block prepped, so I need to, just literally collect the live and neutral together. Try and make it simple as possible. So I'll put those on there and get back. Right, I could only get hold of this 3-pin connector. 2 would have been better, but it's all wicks I had in store last night when I went. So what I need to do is unscrew that, make sure the flex goes through that hole first, because if you don't, you're going to have to redo it all over again. If I can do it, like that bit just pulls out, so you're left with that bit to wire, and I need to get this bit and get it on the camera, which I can't. Right, that bit goes through there like that. It's a bit long, that, so shorten that a little bit. About that should be enough. Right, and I'm going to strip the wire again and connect that. On the flex, let's get it to focus in, I always like to double the copper over, just so it gives it a slightly better connection. So, got the brown for live and the blue for neutral. So, put those in the terminals. Right, those wires are in. Just double check I've got the colours right. Yeah, live, neutral. Just give it a slight pull. You don't have to pull hard, just to make sure that's in before you put the cord grip on, which I'm going to do now. Right, that's the wires connected and the grip on. So I'm now going to slide that up. It just slides instead. I don't think I can do it on camera, or can I? Yeah, that's fine. And then there's a screw there and a nut there, which I'll put on now. Right, and pick it up. So, I'll get an angle to film. There's little slots there so the switch just slides in. I'm hoping when I put the case back on that shouldn't be a problem. There's a spring there. All seems okay, so I think I'm just going to have to put it back together and just see how it works. Maybe reseating it might have just helped. Okay, right, I'm going to get it back together. Right, sorry to show me leg. Right, now with that wire, you need to feed it. So I've got it there, going through that groove there, through that groove there. That just to prevent any stress to it. Through there and out through there. And this bit on the inside where you can't see, that's why I had to take the full lot off, attaches onto there. Let's take that out a sec. How can I get that? Right, all seems to be fitting in okay. Just where that block is. And I'm just going to tighten the screws up and hopefully it might just click in. Still hear that working, so I'm going to do that and see how it looks. Now I've not got a clue what purpose this spring serves on here, apart from it's probably cutting into the wire, so I'm just going to ditch that. Don't know where it's meant to be on or not, but I don't care. I'm ditching it, I don't like it. Right, anyway, that's that there, so that then in a second it will sort of slot into that, which I'll do in a minute. Although it's going to get dirty anyway, I'm just going to clean off all the grass that's around there, so it's a neater job. It's coming off my fingers, so I'll do that, get it on. Right, that bit just slots into there loosely. If I take that off it'll come loose, and then the wire, the flex, goes through that little groove there, through that to stop any tension, and then to the motor there. So I'll get this cover back on. Right, one thing I just noticed, some little grooves in that, just there where my finger is. Make sure they slot into that, because it wasn't completely flush a second ago, and that bit there just pushes into there. So right, we'll get this cover on, see what's next. Right, I did do it last night when I was at my mum's, but I'm going to show you how to restring it. So you need to squeeze them two things in and pull, which I don't think I can do. I really need the tripod. It should come off. Right, that's off. You then simply pull that out like that. Right, so I'm going to undo it, restring it again, show you what I did. Right, this has got 2 whips on it, so that's the other line out of the way. So I need to feed that through that hole there, probably can't do it on camera, and then I'm going to tie a little knot at the bottom, so I'll get back to you once I've done that. I think it will work without a knot at the bottom, but I always like to do that. I then need to turn it anti-clockwise, so on that reel there I need to be turning it that way. So I'm going to get that one on and get back. Right, I'll probably end up cutting a lot of this off, but it's better to probably have a little bit more than what you need. So that one's on, and then I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. Right, here's the second one done the same. I'm not sure if it's auto feed or not, because if it is auto feed, normally has like a weight there. I'm trying to explain how it works. And it basically, when it's sent, feels the weights, that the weight's slightly less, it releases for a few seconds, lets about an inch out. And then on the guard it's got like a blade which will cut it off so it's the right length. Anyway, I'll see if I can do it. I need to get that one. Get it through that little hole there. It's gone through. It's a bit long, but I'd rather it be too long than too short. And then, right, they're both through the hole, so put this cover back on. Right, that's locked in place. Right, I'll get the guard on. Right, so here's the guard. I'm just going to give that a quick clean before I put it on. Right, now the guard simply just slides on like that. The original screws are just rotten to death, so what I've done is got some wood screws, ground them so they fit. If you don't have a grinder, just suggest you find some wood screws. They're probably about, I don't know, centimetre long maybe. That, by the way, is 1.5mm. It's the same I use in my Black & Decker one. Right, now the guard's on. Get my hand out of the way. I'm going to cut it about there, just past the blade. Now when I do switch on, it's going to probably make a horrible cutting noise, but then once that's gone, it'll be in line. So I'm going to cut it about there on both sides. Right, I've got it plugged in, got it on. It's going to make that noise. Right, it sounds alright now. Let's see if it cuts. It's going to be hard to do one-handed. And there you go, all fixed. Right, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.